So, that last video that I made for Invader Zim was my first reaction video, and I had a lot of fun making it. And it's actually got a, like, I thought it was gonna get maybe like 5 views. It was really just for me to give it a shot to see where it went, and that was a lot of fun. So I kind of wanted to make another one. I wasn't sure what to do. There's a lot of shows coming out soon that I was gonna do Mindhunter, but I kind of want to binge watch that. So I don't know. We're gonna see how that first episode goes. But there is a show that I have been hearing a lot about, and there's a couple shows where when the internet, when I hear the entire internet say, "Hey, this show, you need to be watching this show," I usually give it a shot, and I haven't been let down for the most part. I got into Doctor Who that way. I got into Attack on Titan that way. I got into My Hero Academia that way. I got into Mob Psycho 100 that way, which I wish I could have recorded myself watching that show, because Jesus Christ, that might be one of my favorite anime ever. But I don't watch a whole lot of anime. What I do watch, I love, as you can see from the Full Metal thing behind me. My dog's name is Alphonse. Cowboy Bebop is everywhere. Like, anime has a big place in my heart. I just don't have the time to watch as many as I used to. But the one that I've been hearing, I haven't stopped hearing about for the last like 3 weeks, is Demon Slayer. Now, funnily enough, I didn't watch it because I was getting it confused with Goblin Slayer, and anybody that watches anime will understand my hesitance towards watching any more episodes after the first episode of Goblin Slayer. So I didn't give Demon Slayer a shot. I kept seeing some of the animation pop up when it was, Kimetsu no Yaiba. I kept seeing a couple things pop up with Kimetsu no Yaiba. I didn't know that it was Demon Slayer, and I was just like, that animation looks weird. It's the 2D, 3D, cell shady kind of thing, I think. I'm not sure. I might have been mistaken. But then maybe a week ago, just the entire fucking internet was like, holy shit, that was one of the best things. Like, I remember reading somewhere where they were like, this might be top 5 greatest anime episodes of all time. And then like the comment section was, yep, 100%. People were like, well, what were your favorites before then? And they would name them, and like they were all my favorite episodes. So I was like, holy shit, like I might have to give this show a shot now. So I'm gonna give Demon Slayer a shot. I have high hopes for it just based off of what I've heard, because again, the last time that I got the kind of reception that I'm getting, it was for Mob Psycho. And like, I know that my YouTube channel doesn't have a whole lot of animation stuff.
Well, it just seems like your family's passed down everything, short of ass wiping.
Ah, yes! The front of act with the swirl in the middle ass swiping technique that's been passed down the Armstrong toilet training line for generations!
Here I am, all animated and lip-synced up to perfection.
Are you kidding me? It was fucking awesome!
But like, that's been my dream of mine my whole life. I've always wanted to be an animator. Lately, I've been slowly making some steps towards doing that. So, like, when I watch something that has beautiful animation, I tend to get a little bit more excited than just watching a TV show. So that's why I thought this might be a cool idea. So we're gonna give it a shot. I mean, Jesus Christ, already. Is it cell shading, or is this... I could have sworn I saw cell shading before, but this looks hand-drawn. I remember seeing this kid for like 3 seconds in one of the clips that I watched. Oh, that's a big brother-sister thing? That's... My little sister's like my favorite person in the world, and she just went back out of town. She was visiting for the week. She just left. So if this is going to be a brother-sister thing, then I'm going to be really happy.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes.
Everybody's going to die horribly, aren't they? I'm just going to assume that everybody's going to die horribly. Oh, so it's current day? I thought it was like old school. So does he just like live in the rural areas?
猫の匂いがする。
He has sniffing powers?
鬼が出るぞ。
Oh yeah, Demon Slayer. I'm like, there's been like demons. Oh yeah, that's right. That's the name of the show. I'm sure it's just me looking at Asian culture and being like, ooh, it's so mysterious. But man, Japanese culture just looks so fucking chill.
入ってくる。
I'm gonna buy one of those pipes. I'm gonna buy one of those pipes. I'm gonna buy one of those robes, and I'm just gonna chill, fucking hanging out, watching Demon Slayer the next time. Yeah, I'm gonna empty it like that.
もう寝ろ。
同じことを言ってたな。
And then she was horribly murdered by demons.
寝てな。
Is it like... It's just sometimes like the frames of animation, it's what's fucking with me. It's like Dragon Prince, but like well made. Not that Dragon Prince isn't well made, but like the frames of animation, like this looks totally hand drawn. But sometimes when you see him, I'm like, this looks like it was a computer animation. Everybody's dead. Call that one. Jesus. I'm gonna assume it was a demon. Fuck. Jesus. God damn, man. Some Dead Man Wonderland shit. See, I wish if this does end up being a big brother sister Gravity Falls love fest, I wish I could watch this with my sister. I tried to make her watch Gravity Falls. She won't watch it. She made me watch Life of Pets. She made me watch the Minions movies. I loved all of them. But I'm like, yo, can we watch fucking Gravity Falls? And she's like, I'm bored. If you watch 10 minutes of it. Just like my little sister.
力も強くなっていく。痛かったろ。苦しかったろ。
Yo, will you like do something? Come on, man. With your pretty pink eyes.
せめて禰豆子だけは何とかしてやりたい。だけど
This is all she's doing though? She won't just like scratch him? Cool.
誰だ。
I really like the character designs.
探せ。必ず方法を見つけ
I'm
るから
getting a Simon Tan, River Tan kind of
家族を殺した
buzz
やつ
from
を見
these
つけ出
guys.
すからやめてください。どうか妹を殺さないでください。あんなことで守った
Obviously.
泣くな。絶望するな。そんなのは今することじゃない。
Is he testing him?
俺があと半日
Does he blame himself?
怒
It's
れ
a cool looking fucking sword.
許せないという強く純粋な怒りは
The blue tint to it is fucking gorgeous.
斧はどこだ。
Gave it to her. He almost got it.
木の陰に隠れる直前こちらに石を投げと同時に
Hell yeah, that's cool.
上へ斧を投げた
Yeah,
当たられないよう振りかぶった体勢で手元を隠す。
she must have hugged him or something, right?
禰豆子は違うんだ。人を食ったりしない。
人の血肉を食らいたかっただろうに守る動作。
I gotta learn that. I see that happen too many times in anime to not learn how to do it. I can be at the bar. Someone's gonna be like, I'm not gonna pay this tab. Ah, put the little thing in her mouth so she can't bite him.
起きたか。
What's his name? This guy's cool.
さぎり山の富岡義勇に言われてきたと言え。
Tomioka. It is kind of a River Tam, Simon from Serenity kind of deal. Serenity's my favorite movie, so If I'm getting a Simon River vibe, then we're already off to a good start. Alright, I don't think there's any CG. Then they have shots like this, fuck. Alright, I'm gonna watch this, because I feel like this might have a better... Normally endings suck, but I feel like this one's gonna have a cool one. I love the line work on these guys. Kinda reminds me of Attack on Titan Season 1. My Hero. Yeah, that has to be CG. There's no fucking way. Alright, so it's a mixture. Alright, now that makes sense. Yo, if the fights are gonna look like this, I'm down. You can get an ending credits for the ending credits? What the fuck is this, Marvel? Alright, that was Kimetsu no Yaiba? Yaiba? That's Demon Slayer Season 1, Episode 1. That was interesting, because I've been trying to find a new anime to watch, because I'm out of new ones to watch, and like I said, I don't really watch a whole lot of the newer anime. Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, Mob Psycho, I think that's it. I don't think I ever watched, One Punch Man, but that was, 4 years ago? I haven't watched Season 2 yet because, like I said, animation-wise is what I watch these for the most part. And I'm just... haven't heard a whole lot of good things about Season 2 of One Punch. I know they switched animation studios, and just this new one just looks boring as fuck. And on top of that, even with most of those, like with Mob, I kind of went in with a fresh start. I didn't read any of the manga from one, so that was kind of cool. I would have liked to have recorded that, but I didn't, so here we are. With Attack on Titan, I'm already caught up in the manga, so that's not really, watching that's not really, ooh, it's a new thing for me, so you don't really get to see a reaction. My Hero Academia, I actually got pretty far in the manga. I cut off at a certain point just because I was like, you know what, as much as I love the manga, I really want to be surprised for the anime. Like with Attack on Titan, I can't imagine what it would have been like to have experienced this last season without reading the manga. Like that shit was fucking bonkers. So that was interesting. So this is a good starter show for me to do a reaction video for, because I'm going in completely blind. I know nothing. I don't know why I thought it was all CG. The few times that I have watched a couple clips here and there, just people saying like, "Oh, the fights are really good." I look at it, and when you see the cell shady kind of powers, the water effects or whatever they're doing, like that's clearly CG. I thought the whole thing was CG, and like I said, along the lines of Dragon Prince, and I like Dragon Prince, but I understand a lot of people when they say that the frames of animation kind of fucks with them. Like with Spider-Verse, it was intentional, and then you've heard enough on YouTube about animating on the twos and all that other stuff, so I'm not gonna get into that. This looks pretty fucking fluid. It's definitely not CG. There was just a couple times where like he'd be like walking where it looked kind of Dragon Prince-y, but when you see the lines, how some of them have just like different like widths, like it's gotta be, right? If it is going to be a brother sister helping her save herself kind of thing, I'm down, because like I said, Serenity is my favorite movie of all time. Like I said, my little sister is the most important person in the world to me, and Firefly was kind of what got that started. When I saw how much Simon cared for River, I'm like, why don't I treat my sister like that? He calls her Maymay in one of the episodes. It means little sister, and I've been calling her Maymay for like 10 years now. In the phone, her name is Maymay. Then Gravity Falls came out, and Gravity Falls is one of my favorite shows of all time, and I really was trying to get her into it, and that's what I was saying earlier. It kind of sucks that I can't, like, she's not that big of a nerd that she won't watch Japanese cartoon with me, even if it is a brother-sister thing. But That doesn't change the fact that it tugs at my heartstrings when he's like, "Don't kill my little sister." I was like, "Yeah, please don't do it, cool looking guy." There's not really a whole lot to talk to. That's the only problem about this first episode and that's another weird thing, is that when I was doing the few times that I have tried to do these reaction videos, they've always been like hour-long shows, so there's more to talk about. And it's weird having a 20-something minute long episode to try to do a whole video about, especially the first episode where not a whole lot happens. You meet the dude, you meet his family gets horribly murdered. You meet a couple of the townspeople, you find out he has scent powers. I think I mentioned it while I was watching it. I got a Dead Man Wonderland kind of vibe, where, like, even Attack on Titan, like, even though you see Grisha get eaten in that first episode, I don't know, something about that Dead Man Wonderland scene in episode 1 when they're all just, like, hanging out in the classroom, and then the bad egg, evil egg, red egg, I can't remember what it was called. It shows up and just, like, decapitates everybody. Just heads of, like, children flying everywhere. I was like, the fuck is this? So I kind of, not quite as bad with this one, because I kind of, I saw it coming. B, it wasn't as horrifying as it was to see everybody dead and just the lifeless eyes and the blood everywhere. It wasn't quite as shocking as the dead man shit. I remember reading recently that Attack on Titan, this last season, they kind of, because it got so popular, they kind of toned down a little bit with the deaths. Like, there's some horrible scenes for sure when people are getting crunched up, but I do remember it looking a little more violent in the first couple of seasons, so I don't know if maybe that's just me thinking that because I read that article, or if that's an actual thing that happened. Feel free to let me know in the comments section. This is going to be a fun one to watch, though, because, like I said, I'm a big animation guy, and just from what I've seen so far, it's crisp. Fucking crisping. Like, there's a lot of anime that I see on Netflix that I want to start just because of the animation. And legit, when I saw Mob Psycho 100 for the first time, like, that blew my... Like, that might be the most beautiful anime I've ever seen. It's hard for me to give it my favorite anime of all time, because Full Metal Alchemist is, and then Death Note, and then probably Bebop, just because it's been with me for so long and it's beautiful. Death Note because it's just so masterfully done, and Full Metal because it's the greatest story ever told. But in 2 seasons of Mob Psycho 100, like, it's just... Like, My Hero is amazing. I love My Hero. Attack on Titan, amazing. I love, like, both of them. My Hero makes me cry every episode. Attack on Titan, what's his name? Isayama? Yams? Good old Yams. He clearly knew what the fuck he was doing from day one. It shows. There's so few mystery shows that manage to hint at stuff from the beginning and then make it all the way to the end with having everything line up the way that it was supposed to. So this one, though, like I said, people are talking about it. Like, when I read on Reddit anime, when I read on, fucking TikTok and shit like that, people are in love with this fucking show. And it's, 12 episodes in, I think? And for them to be putting it on the kind of level that this last episode, I don't know which episode it is, but this last episode, just the entire internet, like, lost their fucking mind. They're like, this is I was in tears, it was the most beautiful animation I've ever seen, greatest episode of all time, etc., etc., etc. So I was like, all right, you know what? I might need to give this show a shot. And then once the Invader Zim video that I made kind of, not took off because it's like 1,000 views, but it's still kind of cool. Once it got to that far, I was like, all right, you know what? Maybe this is an excuse to watch this, because I need an excuse to watch anime apparently these days because I'm old. I'm definitely going to be doing some fan art from this. I can tell you that right now. So which is another reason why I like these videos. It's given me something to do other than just watch the news. So even if it doesn't get a whole lot of views, I just wanted to say, if you're watching this, thank you. I appreciate you taking your time to watch me watch a TV show that you've already watched.